Whether you drive a crane, a train or an automobile, or your job is mostly desk-based, you'll already know that sitting too much can lead to back pain. However, what might surprise you is the solution can start with just 3 minutes a day. When we sit too much, it sends our body a very clear message that we want to stay hunched up. And our body identifies that as a danger signal. Too much sitting causes our body to reform itself, if you will, to become shortened in some areas, long in other areas, and it provides us with an unstable environment and it denies us mobility. So, the quickest way to start improving that situation is to give your body a pretty clear message, best case, first thing every morning, that mobility is the norm. To get started, come down onto the floor and you're going to go into what we call the quadruped stance. So the quadruped stance is basically all fours. We just need to make sure that we set this up correctly. So what I want to make sure is my knees are under my hips, my hands are under my shoulders, and my toes are directly under my heels. And what you'll see is here, if the setup is correct, there's a square here under the body. So my first movement, I'm going to start mobilizing my hips with what we call a hip tuck. So the hip tuck is a pretty small movement, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to see it when I say I'm going to pull my hips to my belly button, and then I'm going to show my tailbone to the roof. So I'm just going gently between these two positions. My hips to my belly button, my tailbone to the roof. And what you'll feel is, as you pull your hips to your belly button, you'll feel, oh, I'm squeezing my butt muscles. And as I show my tailbone to the roof, I'm squeezing my back muscles. Let me just do 3 or 4 more of those. Hips towards the belly button, tailbone to the roof. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. So that's the first movement. So the next movement, we're just going to sit back on our heels. Now, if you have any knee issues or ankle issues, if this position it proves painful, what you can do is take a cushion or a towel and just pop it at the back of your thighs, between your thighs and your calves, and that should relieve the pain. So we're going to start, as I say, I'm going to sit on my heels with my right hand. I'm going to place it on the floor. My right forearm is on the floor. My right elbow is against my right knee. And I'm going to push my body away from the floor. So that means I'm not going to sink down. I'm going to push my body away from the floor with the right hand. And then with the left hand, I'm going to let my fingertips wander straight in front of me until I feel a stretch under my armpit here. And then I'm going to let those fingertips wander across towards the right until the stretch moves a little bit further down my back. And then I'm just going to take 3 or 4 big deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. And then I'm going to let the fingertips wander back to the center, and then I'm going to swap sides. So now I have my left forearm and my left hand on the ground. My left elbow is touching my knee. I'm going to push my body away from the floor. I'm going to let my right hand, the fingertips, wander straight in front of me until I feel a little stretch under the armpit. And then the fingertips are going to wander over to the left until that stretch moves a little further down my back. And then again, I'm going to start breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. And then fingertips back into this position. And then I'm going to come up one last time into our quadruped position. And my last movement is going to be stretching my left leg out to the side. I'm going to make sure my left leg stays straight, the sole of my left foot is on the ground, and then I'm just going to gently sit back towards my heels. So I'm going to breathe in at the front, breathe out as I move towards the back, breathe in at the front, breathe out as I move towards the back. And what I should start to feel here is a stretch somewhere along the groin, the inside of the thigh or the inside of the knee. Very gentle movement, breathe in, and breathe out. What you'll notice here is I'm trying to keep my back long. So what I'm trying to avoid is hunching over. So only go back as far as you can while your back stays pretty straight. So let's just swap sides. Now my right leg is straight, and if I move it out here to the side a bit, or maybe to the front, you can see here the sole of my foot is on the ground. So we don't want the sole up off the ground, we want it on the ground. And then breathe in at the front, breathe out as you move to the back. My back is staying long, breathe in at the front, breathe out as you move back. One more in at the front, and breathe out. So that's it. 3 movements, which I guarantee you will help you reduce any back pain from sitting. Try it out, do 2 to 3 minutes each morning and see how you feel after a week.